Hi, this is Lara at Elliott Wave Stock Market with a free Dow analysis for you after the New York session for Monday the 10th of January is just over. Here's our daily chart. This is my main wave count for the Dow. It expects that it's in an intermediate degree C wave to the upside, unfolding as an impulse to end primary wave 2 zigzag with a 1, 2, 3, 4, and either towards the end of the fifth wave at blue degree, or possibly also, if we move the labelling here, down 1 degree, nearing the end of the first wave within wave 5 blue. At 12,397 points, wave 5 pink will reach 2.618 length of wave 3 pink. At 12,479 points, wave 5 blue will reach equality with wave 3 blue. So that's how I've worked out that target. I expect there's at least a little bit more upwards movement to go, if not perhaps a week or more. We'll have confirmation that it was primary 2 over and not just a second wave correction within 5 blue if price moves below 10,720 when we get the downwards movement that we're expecting. And price should move strongly out of this parallel channel that's containing the C wave to the upside to confirm a trend change. Here's our hourly chart. This is the end of wave 4 green, and this is the final fifth wave within this upwards movement. If we accept this degree of labelling, it could just be the final fifth wave within the first wave of wave 5 blue if we move it all down 1 degree. This downwards movement here moved 4 points below my invalidation point for my alternate hourly wave count, invalidating that wave count. We've got a 3-wave structure, a very clear 3, and another 3 all in a row, unless it's an expanding triangle, which I expect is extremely rare and would probably not be seen in a second wave position. The only other structure I can figure this would be a double zigzag. We have an ABC zigzag for W, an ABC zigzag joining for X, followed by an ABC zigzag for Y that's reached just 4 points below W, extending this whole movement sideways. We may therefore be expecting a 5-wave structure to the upside, most likely a simple impulse for a third wave that should reach above the end of wave 1, above 11,709, and probably a fair bit above that, probably to make a new high, and then we'll have a 4th wave correction to the downside that should not move into wave 1 price territory, and a final 5-wave structure up towards these targets, which are the same on the hourly and daily chart. If this wave count is invalidated below 11,596, then further upwards movement is going to look less and less likely. We'll only have a trend change confirmed, however, with movement below 11,526, as at that stage it couldn't be any further extension down of wave 2 orange, because wave 2 can't correct beyond the start of wave 1. So this is an important confirmation point for a trend change, at least at minute degree, if not higher. This is still my alternate daily wave count. It is still just technically possible that wave 4 blue may be extending sideways as an expanded flat correction. A maximum length for wave B within an expanded flat is twice the length of A, and that will be achieved at 11,960. The implication of this wave count is important. If we see a trend change, at least one at minute degree, before price reaches up to above 11,960, then we will not know if the trend change is at pink or minute degree, or possibly degrees higher and possibly at primary degree. If, however, price reaches above 11,960, invalidating this wave count before we see a trend change back to the downside, at that stage we will be reasonably confident that it would be a trend change at primary degree, and we'd be seeing the start of primary wave 3 down, at least once price moves below this point. And we wouldn't have to wait for confirmation below 10,720 to confirm that primary 3 is underway. While this wave count remains technically valid, we are still expecting a trend change in a little while, still not quite here yet, still needing a little bit further upwards movement to complete this structure. The hourly count will be exactly the same, except for the degree of labelling. Once we have that trend change, this wave count expects it will have an overshoot of the trend channel to C wave 4, with C extremely likely to reach below this point. So when we have a trend change, we will be fairly confident that price will reach at least below this point. Thereafter, we'll see a trend change back to the upside for this wave count towards 12,520, where wave C black will reach 0.618 the length of wave A black. So we still need further up to go to satisfy that structure before we expect to see a trend change, at least at minute degree. If the trend change happens before price reaches 11,960, we won't know for some time if the trend change is at minute degree or possibly at primary degree. That's all for me with your Dow analysis. I hope this helps you in your trading.